Camera?
That's got a great camera.
Really? I didn't know it.
Yes. My earliest memory of you, I saw you on HBO a long time ago. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. The only part I still remember is this boy telling him how he became a man. He's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, what's the matter? You got it in the wrong place."
Oh, yeah, that was Mambo Mouth. That was my first, 1991.
I remember that was hysterical.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am, can you put it in the right place?
Yeah.
But, so what urged you to get to do a new show with Ghetto Klown?
Well, Ghetto Klown is kind of like the end chapter of my one-man shows. It was, I had a lot of stuff to say about Hollywood and about being a Latin man in this country and in this industry. And that's what Ghetto Klown's about. You know, it's about all the ups and downs of trying to make it. Sort of inspirational, hopefully, for the youth.
Right. And you're going to be here doing it next week starting March 8th, right, in Miami?
No, that was last year.
That was last year.
This year, I'm going to be in San Francisco in April, El Paso, D.C., and Portland.
Okay. And what's going on? You made a documentary about it too, right?
That was on PBS. Yeah, that was on PBS. It was great. They did a making of Ghetto Klown, how I got into Broadway.
Okay. Now I read on IMDb, which is not always the source of accurate information, but there's a quote from you saying how, you know, you like being one great thing about being a supporting actor is you don't have a lot of responsibility. But so what made you want to do El Paso too?
Well, you know, they're doing such great movies in Latin America, Mexico, Colombia, Argentina. I mean, they're making such great flicks. I wanted to be a part of that Latin cinema movement, you know, new wave of cinema, and this was one of the ways. You know, I have to recuperate my Spanish because it's not up to par, but I really killed it. I took a year off. I studied grammar. I had speech coaches. I did tongue twisters. I was reading the dictionary, and I was ready, man. I was ready, and I work with a great director, Harold Trompetero. And luckily, the world is digital now. For somebody who's a perfectionist like myself, digital is great because you can just do take after take till it's right. You know, it's not that old school film thing where you got only two or three shots, and then that's it. You better get it. You better have it.
Right. No, that's great. Now, the zombie genre is bigger than ever right now.
Yeah.
Right, but without a doubt, the godfather of the genre is George Romero, and you got to work with him back in the Land of the Dead. What's more fun, being human or being a zombie?
Oh, being a zombie's a blast, man. I can't believe I got to work with the godfather of it all, George Romero. Of course he's Latin, of course he's Cuban, because who else would come up with zombies but somebody who lives in the Caribbean and, you know, lives with the voodoo and all that Santeria stuff. And it was a blast working with him. Here he is, you know, in his 60s, passionate as ever. I thought it was one of his best scripts, too. I really loved the political overtones. And it was Dennis Hopper's last film, so that was also another one of those beautiful memories from that movie.
Okay. Now, you actually have some really highly anticipated movies coming up soon. One of them is this summer's Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, my God, I loved Kick-Ass 1. When they asked me to be in Kick-Ass 2, I was like, come on, I'm ready to throw down. Let's go for it.
Right, but there has been very little known about it so far. Is there anything you can share about the movie?
I think it's funnier and more violent than the first one.
Wow.
And the kids have grown up quite a bit. I mean,
right.
Chloe Moretz is no longer, you know,
a little girl.
9. She's 16. And, you know, and some people died in the first one. They're not going to obviously recur.
Right.
Hint, hint. You know.
Okay. One of my favorite movies from last year was Prometheus, with Ridley Scott. And I usually hate asking this kind of question. I never usually ask it, but what was it like to work with him for The Counselor?
Oh, man. You know, I never worked with him. I worked with Tony a lot, his brother. And, you know, it was during the whole tragedy that happened. And he took 2 weeks off. It was a very sad time, but we had a Cormac McCarthy script. It's really powerful, really, you know, he's one of the great American writers. And this is really violent, really sexy, really interesting, man. I really had a blast with Ridley. I didn't know what to expect working with Ridley. But he's a perfectionist, but he's incredibly loose at the same time. He's got all the makings of a great director. I think he's got a big shot.
I know you worked in almost so many different genres, even in musical. Is there any genre out there you haven't worked in yet, but you would like to?
Yeah, I've never done a legal thriller. I really would like to do a legal thriller and some. I'd like to do a biopic. Those are the two genres that I'd like to really get into.
Okay. Now, at the Fort Lauderdale Film Festival a few years ago, I got to talk to Michael White, who you worked with in Spawn.
Michael J. Yeah, Jai White.
Right, yeah.
Oh, what a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he was really cool. It was a great interview. Now, Heath Ledger, of course, gets so much praise for doing the Joker from The Dark Knight. But I thought another great person who I thought your return as Clown was definitely ranked as one of the best comic book to cinema villains out there.
I had a blast, man. I had never had more fun. I mean, the director and writer of Spawn really let me loose, let me have a blast, and so I owe it to him for having given me the space and nurturing my talent, because I just went off, man. I went balls to the wall, and I just went off, man. And you know, you don't get that chance that often to just go all out, you know. A lot of times you gotta be restrained, or you know, you gotta be a little contained. I didn't have to. I had to be just rocking.
Right. Okay. What do you love most about creating a new character, whether it's for your a one-man show or even the cinema?
I think it's finding a new life. I mean, us actors, we love people, and we love being other people, you know. And when I get to create a new one, I just find somebody new or new profession I've never played, and then I do mad research. You know, I really immerse myself, and that's the joy of that. You know, walking in somebody else's shoes, which then gives you so much insight into yourself.
Okay, and last question: what's the best thing about making someone laugh?
I think that you somehow touch them. You know, when you touch their funny bone, you got in there somehow. You know what I mean? And that there's something great, and you get something back immediately, which is their laughter. So it's a real beautiful give and take.
All right, that's it. Great.
Thank you.